Yes, good morning, everyone. I welcome you in the next class that is genetic transformations, herbicide resistance plant. So, in this class, we will discuss about the genetic transformations approach to develop the plants in order to express different herbicidal resistance gene. So, genetic transformations, that we already discussed about this. What are the different methods of gene transfer? What is genetic transformations? That we already discussed about that. But in this lecture, we will discuss about the what are the different herbicidal resistance plant has been developed by using different class of the genes, herbicidal resistance genes. So, what is the significance of that? Why we need to develop herbicidal resistance gene, and how they are giving advantage over the non-transgenic crops. So these are the content introductions, herbicide resistance plant, herbicide and mode of actions on the plant, genetic engineering approaches, GM plants and statistical data, case studies in that, and controversies against this and conclusions for that. So you know very well that in molecular biology, transformation is nothing but it's a genetic alterations. Transformation means genetic alterations in a cell nuclear genome, which resulted direct uptake, incorporations, and expression of exogenous genetic material from its surrounding. Expression the genetic material from its surrounding and take up through the cell membrane. So whatever the cells we got resulted from that is known as genetically modified crops. So these genetically modified foods or biotech crops are the food which are derived from genetically modified organism. Genetically modified organism means which contain a different exogenous genes, or genes from the different sources. So these genetically modified food crops were first put on the market in 1996 as a flavored saver tomato by the Calgene company. Okay, that was the first genetically modified crop food GM food. Typically, these genetically modified foods are the transgenic plant product. In that case, presently soybean, corn, canola, rice, and cotton seed oil are available in the market, or marketed for the consumption purpose. So, first commercially grown genetic modified whole food crop was tomato, that is flavored sour, as I told you, by the Calgene. Tomato flavored sour tomato has a delayed ripening. This has a unique property by delayed ripening. So the transgenic approach has been used to develop this flavored sour tomato by delaying the ripening. So you know when earlier what happened when we purchase a ripened tomato from the market, it do not have any you know shelf life. It get immediately if it not consumed within 2 to 3 days, it got vanished. Okay, so this flavored sour tomato was developed, which have delayed ripening, have shelf life more than 10 to 15 days. So, by the degrading the PG genes, by degrading the PG genes, PG polygalactomanol genes, which is present in the cell wall. Okay, that is developed by the Calgene company. 1995, it was released for the commercially consumptions in the market. After 1996 or 1995, biotech company Monsanto, they introduced herbicides immune soybean, which is also known as Roundup Ready. Herbicide immune soybean that is known as Roundup Ready. In 1996, the first genetically modified canola was available in the market for the consumption. First genetically modified canola was available in the market in 1996. So herbicide resistance plant. What is herbicide resistance? Herbicide resistance is the inherited ability of a plant, inbuilt ability of a plant to and reproduce, survive and reproduce under different when we expose the plant to different doses of herbicides that is normally lethal to the white eye. So if we are providing different concentrations of the herbicide to the plants, if plant is able to survive under those concentrations, then means plants has their inbuilt resistance against these herbicides. So in a plant, this resistance may be either natural or can be induced by a different genetic engineering technologies or selection of variants which are produced through tissue culture that is known as somaclonal variants. These are known as somaclonal variants. So we can use this approach, different three different approaches to develop this resistance mechanism in the plants. First, resistance it may be naturally okay. There are certain natural plants which have this transgenic herbicide resistance genes in their plants. Second technology we can induce either through breeding approach means by breeding or genetic engineering technology. A third one by developing somaclonal variants from the tissue culture technologies. Okay. There is a taking in the entire crop growing period in 1996 to 2004. The U.S. used some 62.7 million kg of more herbicides, herbicide resistance crop compared with the conventional management. Okay. So what is the importance to need all these things? There is excessive weed growth, which is forced crop to compete with the sunlight and the nutrient. The excessive weed grow in the field, compete for the sunlight, for the nutrient, for the moisture, for the canopy, for everything. It compete with our main crop, which often leading to significant losses into the field. Because herbicide cannot differentiate between the plants that are crop, plants that are weed, that are not crop. Conventionally, these agriculture systems can only use selective herbicides. So nowadays we are using a selective herbicide which selectively kill the weed. Such herbicides do not harm the crop, but they are not effective at removing all type of the weed. Okay. Because in the field we are not find any single type of weed. There are so many different class of the weeds are growing. If farmer uses herbicide resistance crop, which are non-selective herbicides can be used to remove all weeds in the single acute applications. Herbicide resistance crop also facilitate low or no tillage cultural practices. Herbicide resistance crop also facilitate low or no tillage cultural practices, which may consider to be more sustainable. The broad spectrum or non-selective herbicides effective at killing a weed ranges. This problem is then also kill valuable crops. So here you can see there are different food. They have different properties, genetically modified varieties against like herbicides, and what are the modifications. So here you can see the soybean, which is resistant to the glyphosate herbicides. So in this, how we have developed that the herbicide resistance genes are taken from the bacteria and inserted into the soybean. Then it's become resistant to glyphosate herbicide. Cornfield or maize, resistance to glyphosate herbicides. Similarly, new genes from bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, have been isolated and inserted into the corn or maize genome and become resistance. Alpha alpha. This alfalfa crop is also resistant to glyphosate. Similar new genes added or transferred into the plant genome. Hawaii papaya, say ring spot virus resistance. So the gene which gives resistance against this code protein has been introduced. Tomato, tomato, a reverse copy of antisense gene of the PG polygalactosamine genes has been added into tomato genome. Added into the tomato genome. This polygalactosamine gene is suppressed, which retarding the fruit softening after herbicides. Canola giving resistance to the herbicide glyphosate or glufosinate. High laureate canola. New gene has been transferred to the. Now we will see the different herbicides and what is their mode of actions. Okay. Develop the transgenic crop. So you know very well that there is different tandem techniques of soil tilling and herbicide applications. So herbicide tolerance crop offer farmers a vital tool in fighting the weeds and are compatible with no-till methods, which help preserve topsoils. They give farmers the flexibility to apply the herbicides only when needed. To control the total input of herbicides and use different herbicides with different environmental characteristics. So the herbicides target a key enzyme. So what is the basic principle of this herbicide tolerant mechanism in the plants? The herbicide resistance mechanism in the plants, which is developed through the transgenic or genetic engineering. So the herbicides, if we talk about the general herbicides, what happens, the general herbicides target a particular enzyme, key enzyme in the plant metabolic pathways. Generally, all the herbicides, most of the herbicides target the amino acid biosynthesis pathway. So they inactivate a certain specific enzyme, key enzyme, that pathway. They then which completely disrupt the plant food productions, eventually kill it. So how do plant elicit tolerance to herbicide? There are some may acquire the trait through selection or mutations. More recently, plant may modify through genetic engineering. Then why we need to develop this herbicide tolerant crop? What is the new ability to create degree of tolerance to broad spectrum herbicides, in particular glyphosate and glufosinate, which are most widely applicable herbicide in agriculture. These two herbicides are useful for the weed control, have minimal direct impact on the human health, animal life, and which are not persistent into the environment for longer time. They are highly effective and among the safety of agrochemicals to use. Unfortunately, they are equally effective against the different crop plants. That's why these herbicide tolerant crops are need to develop, which have a high degree of tolerance to these different class of herbicides. Okay, so how these glyphosate tolerant glyphosate tolerant crops are developed, okay, and how they work in the field, that we will discuss now. So the herbicides glyphosate is the most widely used herbicide in the world. Then glyphosate-based formulations exhibit broad spectrum of herbicidal activity. The extraordinary success of this is simple. A small molecule which is mainly attributed to the high specificity of glyphosate for the plant enzyme enol pyruvyl shikimate 3-phosphate synthase in the shikimate pathway, which leading to the biosynthesis of aromatic amino acid. As I told you, most of the herbicides are targeting key enzyme in the most biosynthetic pathways, amino acid biosynthetic pathways. So this glyphosate target a particular enzyme that is known as EPSP. EPSP stands for the enol pyruvyl shikimate 3-phosphate synthase. This is the key enzyme for the synthesis of aromatic amino acids, aromatic amino, alanine, tryptophan, and tyrosines. Okay. If these enzymes get inactivated or inhibited by particular any substances, then what will happen? Aromatic amino acid cannot be synthesized in the plants. So further plant will not able to survive. That is the mechanism of the herbicides. So herbicide which uh, inhibiting the enzyme EPSP, pyruvate phosphate, leading to biosynthesis of amino acid pathway, affecting the particular the key enzymes. Herbicide glyphosate has a greatest positive impact, which is developed by the Monsanto. Introduced to the world agriculture in 1974. This herbicide glyphosate. First, you need to understand about this pathway, pyruvate shikimate synthase pathway. Here you can see in this pathway. So this pathway no need to remember, but to understanding of the mechanism of the glyphosate, you see EPSP enzyme. Where is that? This is here, EPSP. This EPSP enzyme is a key enzyme for the synthesis of this synthesis of different aromatic amino acids. Okay. So finally, the chorismate is synthesized, which is converted into different amino acids. So at this EPSP, which is a key enzyme, glyphosate work by blocking the plant's ability to produce certain proteins, and it disrupts the amino acid synthesis. It blocks the shikimate acid pathway found only in certain plant at this. Because if you see the structure of this glyphosate, here you can see glyphosate, structure of glyphosate is similar to the structure of enol pyruvate. This path structure is similar to this enzyme, enol pyruvate shikimate 3-phosphate. So the substrate for this sometimes is bind to this EPSP enzyme, which is not recognized. Structurally cannot differentiate it. So Roundup Ready is the brand name for this systematic herbicides, glyphosate. Broad spectrum herbicide which is produced by the US company Monsanto and contain the active ingredient glyphosate. Monsanto developed the patented glyphosate molecules into 1970, marketed Roundup Ready by the name brand name Roundup Ready 1973. Okay. So what are the different herbicidal properties here? Main active ingredient is isopropylamine, salt of glyphosate. Isopropylamine, salt of glyphosate. A mode of action is 5-phosphoenol pyruvate shikimate 3-phosphate EPSPase inhibitor. This glyphosate acts as an inhibitor of this enzyme EPSPase. Monsanto also produced the seeds which grow into plants which is genetically engineered to be tolerated to glyphosate, which was known as Roundup Ready crop, which is known as Roundup Ready crop. The gene which contain in these seeds are patented. The gene, the gene which contain these seeds are patented. Soy was the first Roundup Ready crop, soybean, and produced at Monsanto campus located in the Middletown, Wisconsin. You can see the different field here. That is short-term glyphosate uses, 1 year long-term glyphosate uses after 10 years. You can see the difference between these two. Because this long-term, it has a negative impact on the field. So this is the example of competitive inhibition. Let me explain. Phosphoenol pyruvate, Sechimet 3-phosphate. Here, the enzyme will convert this into enol Sechimet 3-phosphate. Phosphoenol pyruvate converted by the enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate. If glyphosate is applied to the field, then this glyphosate will inhibit this enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate synthase. It is inhibited by the this enzyme is inhibited by the uh, this glyphosate. Then what happened? Then what happened? This phosphoenol pyruvate, glycosyl phosphate, is not able to convert into the phosphoenol pyruvate cyclometry phosphate, that which is further synthesizing phenylalanine, tryptophan, and tyrosine, three different essential amino acids. So the plant will further not able to synthesize these three amino acids, aromatic amino acids. So what are the different genetic engineering approaches? Genetic engineering is also called as genetical modification, that is the direct human manipulations of an organism genome using modern DNA technology. An organism that is generated through the introduction of recombinant DNA is considered to be the genetically modified organism. An organism that is generated through introduction of recombinant DNA. is considered genetically modified organism, which involve the introduction of foreign DNA or synthetic gene into the organism of interest. The GMO express traits which are not normally found in nature, which result introduction of foreign DNA, highly controversial, safety concern, environmental implications. There are some microorganisms which contain the genes for producing phosphoenolpyruvate shikimate phosphate, which transfer the gene for the development of resistance to glyphosate. These used in genetically modified crop and isolated from the agrobacterium strains, this CP4 EPSPs. Now this explain the mechanism of GM herbicide resistance crop, how they are giving resistance against this herbicide. Earlier we understand about the molecular mechanism of glyphosate, how they inhibit the crop. Now how we can develop the herbicide resistance crop. There are some microorganisms which contain the gene which produce for 5-enol pyruvate sikimate 3 phosphate EPSP synthase that transfers these resistance to glyphosate inhibition. Thus, we can use develop different genetically modified crop, which is isolated from the agrobacterium strain CP4 that was resistant to glyphosate. The CP4 EPSPS gene was cloned and inserted into the soybean. CP4 EPSPS gene cloned and inserted into soybean. CP4 EPSP gene was engineered for plant expressions by fusing the 5' end of the genes to a chloroplast transit peptide, which is derived from the Petunia EPSPS. The CP4 EPSP gene cloned and inserted into soybean. This gene was engineered for the plant's expression by fusing 5' end of the genes to a chloroplast transit peptide. So, the expression of this gene takes place in the chloroplast. And the plasmid used to move this gene into the soybean. It contains three different bacterial genes, CP4 EPSP gene, and a gene encoding beta-glucuronidase, GUS, from the E. coli as a gene marker. GUS as a marker. We're showing the expression of this gene or not. The DNA was injected into the soybean, which using the particle acceleration method, gene growth method, to insert this gene into the genome. This is the gene construct for develop for the EPSPS gene introduction. There you can see chloroplast transit peptide CT4, CP4 EPSPS gene. Okay, it was introduced into the cardinal vector MST4. It was used to transform a particular plant cells. This is the herbicide resistant tolerance mechanism. Here you can see chloroplast targeting sequences, TDNA vector, glyphosate insensitive EPSP genes. By using the agrobacterium transformation into the tobacco, the gene was introduced. Okay, into the chloroplast under the bacterial EPSPS gene. Then, if we are spraying the glyphosate does not affect because it has modified EPSPS. Now, this EPSP do not affected by the glyphosate because the enzyme which is inserted here is not sensitive to that. Structurally, it's more different. This is the soybean industry portfolio, which is pipeline of different biotic events and novel trait which has been released in the. So green color is for quality food, red color showing agronomic trait for the agronomic trait, and bluish color showing the commercialized into the market by the Monsanto and Bayer companies. So these are the pipeline of different biotic events, novel trait, high oleic content, low saturated Monsanto omega-3 fatty acids has been for the modified novel trait, different traits which has been genetically engineered, hydrolyzed stearate, omega-3 PA, pioneer high oleic content, low phytate, with high protein soybean, low refish starch. And if you talk about the agronomic trait, you can say here that glufosinate tolerance, glyphosate tolerance, BT-RR2Y by the Monsanto dicamba tolerant to different type of herbicide resistance, disease resistance also, nematode resistance also, aphid resistance. This crop variety has been developed by the soybean industries. This is all statistical data which is representing the status of genetically modified crops. 2002. These are the various transgenic crops which is now cultivated, grow in Argentina, Australia, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Mexico, South. These are the most countries which are preferably growing these transgenic crops. And nowadays, this transgenic crop has been developed for different traits like herbicide tolerance, insect resistance, viral resistance, male sterile and restorer lines, delay ripening, oil content, vitamin A, vaccine development. If you take the GM crop 2000 still was 53 million hectare, but nowadays it is more than 180 million hectare of the world crop are cultivated with this GM crop. There are certain countries which are still not growing this Brazil, Brazil, Egypt, European Union, Japan, Kenya, Korea, Switzerland. These countries are still not growing this transgenic crop. Regulation of plant biotechnology in the United States. How different crops which are developed through genetic engineering are regulated. So the US Coordinated Framework in 1986 was formulated. They identify what they do. They look for the potential risks which are associated with this genetically engineered organism, which are not fundamentally different from those which are posed by conventional products. See, the genetically modified food products are not not differentiated with the conventional food or not transgenic crops. But if there is any potential risk is associated with these crops, that has to be identified. It has to be identified, and we have to develop different solutions against that. The regulation should be science-based and oversight are conducted on case-by-case basis. There are certain existence laws which provide adequate authority. Provide adequate authority. So as we right now discuss about this, that glyphosate tolerant crop and glyphosate. Glyphosate kill the plant by blocking the EPSP enzyme, that enzyme involved in the biosynthesis of aromatic amino acids between many other secondary metabolite products. So there are several ways by which crops can be modified for the glyphosate tolerant. One strategy is to incorporate the soil bacteria genes that produce a glyphosate tolerant from APSPS. Another way is to incorporate a different soil bacteria genes that produce glyphosate degrading enzymes. Glufosinate tolerant crop, glufosinate herbicides contain the active ingredient phosphonothricins, which kill plants by blocking the enzyme responsible for nitrogen and metabolism and for detoxifying the ammonia, a byproduct of plant metabolism. Crop modified to tolerate glufosinate contain bacterial genes that produce enzymes that detoxify the phosphonothricins and from the doing bacteria. Now, the safety aspects, as we are discussing about the European country, has formulated the different risks associated, but the safety aspect of the herbicide tolerant crop has been already been taken care of by performing a different test. Test is toxicity and allergenicity test. The different government regulatory agencies in several countries have ruled the crop possessing herbicide tolerant conflict resistance do not pose any other environmental health risk as compared to other non-GM counterpart. The introduced proteins are assessed for the potential risk and allergenic activity in accordance with the guideline which is developed by the relevant international organizations. They are from a source with no history of allergenicity or toxicity. They do not resemble with non-toxic or allergenic challenge. They have functioned with the well understood. If you discuss about take a discussion, a small discussion about the effect on plants, the expression of these proteins, essential proteins, does not damage the plant's growth, nor result in poorer agronomic performance. It's compared to the parental crops, except for expression of an additional enzyme for herbicide tolerance or alteration of the already existing enzymes. So no other metabolic changes occur in the plants, which persistence or invasiveness of the crop. There is a major environmental concern associated with the herbicide tolerant crop in the potential to create new weeds through outcrossing with the wild relative or simple by persisting in the wild themselves. This potential is assessed prior to introduction and is also monitored after the crop is planted. The current scientific evidence indicated the absence of herbicide applications, GM herbicide tolerant crop are no more likely to be invasive in agriculture field. Definitely, there is an advantage of growing this herbicide tolerant crop. Okay. Coordination of US agency like USDA that is safe for agriculture and environment. USDA agency look for the Department of Agriculture in US. It look for the agriculture and environment. Agriculture and environment. FDA safe for use, food and feed. Safe for use, food and feed. EPA. EPA safe for the use in pesticide. It look the Environmental Protection Agency look for that it is safe for use in pesticides. Regulation under the coordinated framework. So this regulation is taken care for the different transgenic crops like insect resistance in food crop. Insect resistance in food crop, that is BT crop. Agency looking for that regulate this BT corn by the USDA, EPA, FDA. That is review by the Agriculture Environmental Safety, review for agricultural environmental safety, environmental food safety, pesticide, food and feed safety. Herbicide tolerance in food crop, Roundup Ready soybean. Agency look for USDA, Environmental Protection Agency, FDA. Agriculture and environmental safety, new herbicide use, food and feed safety. Herbicide tolerance in ornamental crops by the USDA, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. That is look for the environmental or agricultural safety purpose, new herbicide use. Nutrient is modified oil in the food crops, high oleic acids in soybean. USDA and FDA are reviewing all these transgenic crops under this, and this review for the agricultural and environmental safety, food and feed. Next, modified flower color, blue roses, modified flower color, blue roses, USDA by the USDA, agricultural and environmental safety. Now, herbicide and insect resistance, elite transgenic rice has been developed along with both these using these technologies. So, transgenic rice, which contain two agronomically important useful genes, was generated using agrobacterium, in addition to wireless plasmids. Then the plants were transformed with the phosphinothresin acetyltransferase PAD gene for herbicide resistance and BT crystal genes, insecticidal protein genes for the insect resistance. The herbicidal application test of progeny from three sets of the primary implants showed that the transferred PAD gene was stably expressed in T1 generation of the plants. Then insect feeding by acid T1 generation plants conferring resistance to herbicide and established a transgenic plant which having a complete BT genes but toxic to tobacco. The material was used in matured seed-derived colors for the tropical rice or as a sativa used for the agrobacterium material transformations. Bacterial strains plasmid with agrobacterium strains used in the construct was made by PGEM, PGMT281 by the Microgenes plant science. So it shows the transformants stably expressing these two genes, showing the effective result. Show the mature sheet from the commercial rice cultivar used to generate the callus. And callus was transformed using agrobacterium tumefaciens strain, carrying two agronomically useful genes, herbicide resistance, insect resistance, and PCH32, which helped plasmid with the virulence genes. This study demonstrated a commercial rice cultivar has been emerged with the economically significant genes, conferring resistance to herbicide as well as insect feeding. agrobacterial mediated transformations. There are small controversy against that which violate right as a result of GM soybeans, which showing the result of GM. So there are certain advantages of using these herbicide tolerant genes. So if we talk about the current status of herbicide tolerant genes, as we see here, current status of herbicide tolerant genes. Yes, the current status of herbicide tolerance gene is from 1996 to 2018. The herbicide-tolerant crop consistently occupied the largest planting area of biotech crops. In 2018 alone, herbicide-tolerant crop occupied 87.5 million hectares, or 45% of 191.7 million hectares of biotech crop planted globally nowadays. The most common are the glyphosate and glufosinate-tolerant varieties. Yeah, you can, as I quoted the alfalfa, Argentina, cotton, chicory, creeping, flax, maize. These are a few crops, potato, rice, sugar beet, tobacco, wheat. So there has been a lot of literature available about this, showing the current scenario of this. So this herbicide tolerant crop showing herbicide tolerant crop, they are showing different effect against varieties. So the resistance. So we were discussing about some controversies against this GMO in agriculture. Again, a theme on UN Committee Human Rights. Okay. So the controversies are nothing but these are depend on they are, but they are useless. There is no scientific basis about the questioning of the GMO. So GMO in agriculture again a theme on the UN Committee of Human Rights. Violation of human rights as a result of genetically modified soy monocultures. Right of food and health for Argentina populations. Farmers of beekeepers on the consequence of high perpetuating global development. The genetically modified crop GM soya in Argentina. Serious violate the economic, social, cultural right on the different issues. GM agro biotechnology accelerates the extension of small farmers which around the globe. Deforestation and increased use of pesticides, restriction of livelihood of indigenous peoples, small farmers, peasant land concentrations, slave laborers, rural agriculture, increased poverty in countries are the fact already abundant demonstrated by the consequences of agro-industry's model, transgenic monoculture. Transgenic monocultures. So this herbicide tolerance plant this herbicide tolerant plant status, if you see the status, recently have been released in modern agriculture system. Status we will discuss about the herbicide tolerant reject count. So we can see the advantages of herbicide tolerant crop like excellent weed control, enhancer higher crop yield. These are the excellent weed controller, hence it give higher yield crop yield. Flexibility, which is possible to control the weed better in the plant growth. Reduce the number of spray. It can reduce the number of spray uh, through the applying of by the application in different season. It can reduce the number of seasons for the application of herbicides. It can reduce the spray in a season. Reduce fuel uses because less spraying. Fuel consumption has been reduced because of less spraying. It can also reduce the soil compactions because of less need to go on the land to spray. Use of low toxicity compound. Low toxicity compounds which do not remain active in the soil. Ability to use no-till or conservation till systems with consequence benefit of the soil structure and organism. So there is an American Soybean Association on the tillage frequency on soybean farm show that significant number of farmers adopted no tillage or reduced tillage practice after planting herbicide tolerant soybean variety. This simple weed management approach saved over 230 million gallons of the fuels and left 247 million tons of irreplaceable topsoils. Irreplaceable topsoils. So as we discuss about the herbicide tolerance status, that recently the different countries which are growing this herbicide tolerant crops, but India is not released any crop varieties till date, which is resistance against the herbicide tolerance. Okay, so recently uh, wheat, sugar beet, different crop has been developed by cultivating this transgenic crop. If you take the example of GM crop, that is herbicide tolerant GM crop in Nicosia tobacco, they use another gene that is EXM that encode for the nitrilage enzyme, which eliminate the herbicidal activity of oxynyl herbicide. So the oxynyl herbicide eliminate activity of oxynyl herbicide. Then next, if you take example of Roundup Ready wheat, the Roundup Ready wheat has been modified to agrobacterium tumescens transformation plant transformations that develop the glyphosate herbicide tolerance mechanism by using the enzyme CP4-EPSPS gene from Agrobacterium tumescens. This herbicide tolerant form a 5-enol pyruvate phosphate 6 enzyme EPSPS enzyme decrease the binding affinity for the glyphosate, thereby conferring resistance, increased tolerance against these herbicides. Similarly, beta vulgaris sugar beet, in vivo sugar beet. The trade name is in vivo sugar beet. So in this case, the three different events has been developed in this. First event CP4 by introducing CP4 EPSPS gene, agrobacterium from the agrobacterium tumefaciens. As similarly is also decrease the binding affinity for glyphosate, conferring increased tolerance to glyphosate herbicides. Next is GOX gene, GOXine from Achromobacter anthropi. Achromobacter anthropi, this gene was isolated GOX1 and which encode a glyphosate oxidase, encode enzyme glyphosate oxidase, which provide tolerance to the glyphosate herbicide by degrading the glyphosate, means by metabolizing this glyphosate into amine methyl phosphonic acid. Amine methyl phosphonic acid is glyoxylate. It convert this glyphosate into amyl methyl phosphonic acid and glycosylate. Similarly, UIDA, another gene isolated from the E. coli, encode for the beta-D-glucuronidase GUS enzymes, which produce blue stains on the treated transformed tissues, allow the visual selections. Similarly, another strain that is Roundup Ready Sugar Beet. Roundup Ready Sugar Beet. Similarly, has been developed transgenic as CP4 EPSPS, uh, which have decreased binding affinity, which have decreased binding affinity against this genes. So glyphosate resistance threatened Roundup Ready Nature Biodynamics this paper has come. This Marshally plants infesting a crop of wheat in teenagers are resistant to glyphosate herbicide Roundup Ready. Conclusion: GM crop give protections from biotic factors like insect pathogen as biotic factors like drought, uh, salinity, fruit, etc. In advanced agriculture herbicide resistance crop, GM crop play vital role. Nowadays, two economically important gene transfer in single plant lead to increased potential of the crop. It really helps in growth and development of agriculture sector. These are the references which were used. Thank you.